Hey, what's up? Welcome to another video. This is Studio Tete Pierre, and right now I wanted to talk about brands for a second because it's like I'm an artist. I make art, and starting a brand is something that seems like it can be difficult because it's like how I view art and how I relate to art. The idea of trying to confine my art is something I really struggled with. And I think it poses the question of like, what is your art really for? Like, what is it for you? Because that's the most important thing. Like, um, how do I say it? Like, where do you want your art to take you, and what do you want it to provide you as its creator? Um, and then starting a brand is something like, what do you want your creative powers to do for others? Like, what do you want to provide? And I've had my logo like since like I started learning how to make art in art school, and I really consider art school's beginning for me starting in community college. Like that's where I felt like art school really started. Community college was like my best experience of school. Like I've always loved learning, but I didn't really like school until community college. I had like a great experience. I had really good professors at community college, and just like having people from like different ages and different walks of life, I thought that was much more like grounded in reality than any other experience of higher learning that I've ever had. So I thought that was dope. Um, so yeah, like when I got into making fine art, because I've always been creative, like in high school, I was really interested in becoming a filmmaker. And, uh, I tried going to film school and I got rejected from film school like on multiple occasions. So I'd been making short films in high school, and like I'd gone to trying to get into film school and got rejected, and then it was just sort of like because I had a fixed mindset instead of like a growth mindset, I was like, oh well, that's the wall. And then I went to college, and like I was like, oh, I should do something that's going to make me money. So I was like trying to get into economics, and on the other end of that, like, it's great learning the principles of economics. Um, but as like a major, I don't know that that necessarily like nets you money. Business majors, yeah. But anyways, yeah, when I was like doing that, I was trying to do stand up comedy on the side and stuff like that. And I was always trying to get into something creative. And really, uh, I got really sick, and um, I was sort of like on my own, and I was just using drawing to sort of like pass time and like make myself feel better. And I never really drew before because I never really thought like I could be a draftsman or an illustrator or anything like that. And not until recently have I really like tried to apply those kind of labels to myself. Um, yeah, but then it's like what really made me see that I could do fine art was watching graffiti documentaries, and I was just like, oh, fucking tags are dope. Like I love icons, and like I love uh symbolic symbols. I'm into symbolism. And I was like, oh, I was looking at pictures and I was like, oh, I want to turn this into a stencil. And I I made my logo, and because I just really wanted to like put it on shit. I wanted to put it out like in like the city and stuff like that. And what the logo represented to me was just like the idea of childlike joy, like the joy of creating. It's like inner child joy, and being creative. And I've like tried expressing what that image means to people, even though it's really simple to say now. I didn't have the words for it a lot of the time, and it took me like a long time to sort of like figure that out. And now it's like, I have Tete Pierre, and that was like a nickname that like I just sort of wanted to flip because it's like people were calling me that, and I was like, I don't really mess with that. It's like that doesn't sound like man shit. Um, but then I was also like, but that would be hilarious to take that and flip it, and then be doing business, and like then in the contracts it would be like, yeah, that's a name. It's like, yeah, give me the checks, give me the Tete Pierre checks. And I was like, oh yeah. And then it also sort of like just coincided with the idea of the inner child, like um taking like a core part of yourself and like using that as like a north star to sort of like make a direction for yourself. And it's been like a struggle, and it's been a big learning experience, and I'm still developing the brand, and then um, making a structure and a space so that not only is it something for me, not as only is it something that like I can put into the world and like be okay with, but it's also something for other people. So it's like I'm still developing it. So that's why I think it's like weird, like to a degree, developing a brand for art, because it's something that in a way is like has a certain amount of simplicity that people can understand the message. So I'm definitely about creative expression. I'm definitely about creative community. I'm definitely about um, sharing information and skills among creatives so that uh, more creativity can occur. Because I feel like in like the current situation is like in American culture in 2023, 2024, um, creativity isn't emphasized in the youth or in the culture, and there's sort of like this disdain, or how do I say it, like creativity is considered like low status, which is really weird because everything around us was drawn by someone at some point. We haven't reached, or maybe we have, the point of which artificial intelligence or machines is drawing and generating all the things that we interact with, all the structures, all the objects. So it's like literally creativity has created everything around us. And at the same time, like our culture disrespects it. And it's just sort of baffling because a lot of the wealthiest people um, that like people sort of fawn over are creatives. But like there's a disconnect. It's like, um, and I think that requires like a whole conversation about money, uh, and just like the idea of branding. It's like that's what I'm circling back to. Uh, yeah, man. Like I think it's like the idea of branding is almost like corporatizing or monetizing the art, and I think a whole new conversation or dialogue needs to occur, um, because I don't think if it's like truly a gift, like I don't think it should be a thing to create something of value and then have someone trade an energy or like value for the thing that you provide, like a gift. Um, I'm still figuring this shit out, because it's like I think I make dope stuff. I think it takes me a certain amount of time and juggling the other responsibilities that I have, just like as an adult. Um, doesn't in my current situation, it it forces me to create more focus. Actually, it forces me to create more focus so I can try and generate better ideas, um, that sort of like serve my needs and then ideally serve the needs of other people as well. It's like when I talk about Tete Pierre being a brand, like ideally, um, I can create art that I can have satisfaction in making, but then also takes higher ideas and simplifies them, and then creates a conversation with the audience, um, or the viewers, who are mostly also people who are interested in creativity. It expresses it like in a way that like is accessible, and then also like clothes. It's just like uh, I feel like that's a way to create community and also like really champion creativity, and then also like in a way like champion myself and like my own taste. Um, because even though, oh man, uh, yeah, like it's just it's an expression, and I think that um, as I progress in it, it can be something really cool, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, like I just wanted to make a quick video talking about branding and like um, what it is like if someone is interested in branding and like taking their creativity and branding it, like things to consider is like what is it? What does the art do for you? Like where do you want the art to take you? Um, like I said, like I would like the art to create a sensation of joy for me, like I currently don't experience that a lot. Like I feel like accessing joy is almost like something new to me. So I think this is like a journey and exploration into learning how to uh, have like creativity be a vehicle for joy and also like healing. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I feel like I started using fine art as a way to heal myself, but then I don't think the healing ever completed. So it's like um, I can't really put like a timeline on that, but it's something I'm more interested in doing, like using my art as a way to like heal myself. Like Julia Cameron, man, like my creativity heals myself and others. Like I love that affirmation. But yeah, it's like, what do you want the art to do for you? Um, what would you like to provide of value for other people through your creativity? Because creativity as service, um, running commissions or doing design work or doing illustration work or creating clothing for people or murals, uh, it's a different, mosaics, it's a different animal than making art for yourself. And I think there needs to be a balance. The two need to feed off of each other to really keep, I don't know, like the interest and curiosity going, like the flame burning. Uh, yeah, so it's like, what do you want the creativity to do for you? What do you want the creativity to do for others? What's going to make you happy? Like, what kind of mediums are you going to enjoy the most? Um, yeah, so this is just like really more so like questions about branding and creating a brand, but also like questions within like creativity and what do you want it to do for you. So like I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I appreciate you guys. Check me out on my website www.tetepierre.com. And I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm also on IG, tetepierre.com. Oh, at Tete Pierre. Anyways, like I hope you guys have a good one. All right, peace.